Yeah. We put in work and here's the proof. What you want?
I'm making moves, punching in.
I'm on it too.
I'm in the gym.
I'm in the stew.
It's hunting season.
Where's the food?
We push each other daily, level up.
Cause that's what brothers do.
Clock in.
Yeah. Hey, man. Yes, sir. Let it ride, man. Let it ride.
We on our Russell grind and our hustle.
You know who it is, man. Russell. Brought to you by Russell. Yes, sir, man. Nico here. Yeah, man, we're here, man. This is a special episode, man. You know, 27. Eddie George, that's my guy right there, man. Tighten up. Yeah, man, we here, dog. We're excited, man. Dude, you for real? Man, I need that. I need that.
It's the budget.
Is he in the Hall of Fame yet?
You better get it now before
That's
you
what
in
I'm
the
saying.
hall.
That's why I asked. Yeah, man.
We out here, man. Look. Been a great week, man. Been a great week. Both got our haircuts this week. You know what I'm saying?
did.
Hey, shout out to Sean, man. Shout out
We
to
did.
Unique Reflections, man. Get our geometry right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta get your geometry right this year.
What you get in geometry?
No, don't worry about that. Man. I was more of an algebra guy.
Okay.
It was more of an algebra. All the shapes and angles and obtuse.
You
I
want
was
to
really
all
rocking
that?
with it, man. All I know is I need this right angle in the corner of the shape up. That's all I need to know.
That's all you need, man.
Just
Some
right.
some people got the acute joint though.
Some
Depending
people
on their
do.
hairline.
Yeah, that Deshaun Watson. Deshaun got that.
You got that Batman logo joint.
Yeah, his joint got the about 117 degree angle. Oh man, but yeah, man, y'all gotta tap into the YouTube, man. My guy Austin got the Eddie George,
Yeah,
man,
dog.
number 27
Yes, sir.
on the 27th episode, and the Titans play in the playoffs today, which I'm not that excited about. But anyway, let's introduce ourselves, man, because we're 0 for 2, I think, in 2021. So
We are.
like Austin said, we got Gruss here, we got Neek here. I'm your co-host, Marshall Hamilton.
Austin Hamilton, the other co-host. We won't debate on who's the best looking, but we all know.
Yeah, look, man, I'm not gonna get into that today, man. You might get yourself in trouble trying to go down that road.
Yeah, let me stop.
I'm still singles of dollar bills. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
What you doing? Nah.
don't worry about that, man.
Yeah. But now we were talking about this earlier, but it's crazy all the coincidences that we've had with like the episodes.
Yep.
Like when my dad came, it was
Episode
literally-
25, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember the number, but it was the episode. It would drop on his birthday,
Right.
you know, and then his podcast was coming out, and then now like episode 27, Titans happen to be playing.
Yep.
I put on the jersey, and I didn't even literally as I'm driving in, I'm like, yo, episode 27. I'm wearing the Eddie George jersey. He's number 27. The Titans are in the playoffs. Like, it's the reason why we're doing this podcast, man.
Nah,
That's
for
kind of
real.
how I look at it. Like,
For real.
that stuff doesn't just happen for a reason.
You ever heard of angel numbers?
Nah, what's
Nah,
that?
what's that mean?
Have you ever seen like a number repeat over and over, or you see the same time
Mhm.
every day over and over again? It's called an angel number.
Hmm.
And those are like your angels speaking to you.
Huh.
Wow.
So if you look up those different angel numbers, it should tell you what your angels are trying to tell you.
Huh.
So maybe you should look up
So that's
27.
should tell. Hopefully, that's telling me that we getting this win today.
I wouldn't get carried away. We'll
see.
see. Look it up.
We gonna see.
I think last week, episode 26, it was like 1 or 12:26 when we started the episode or something like that. I remember when we hit like record, 26 was on the minute side of the time. So
Yeah.
it's been some weird coincidences, man. But like you said, I don't think it's
accident.
by accident.
No.
Yeah, not at all. So, yeah, man. Look, New Year. I did want to start off with something that was actually your idea, and I just kind of piggybacked off of it, which was fasting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you talk about, why you wanted to do it, what the fast actually is, and kind of how it benefited you this week, and then I'll talk about my experience with it this week.
Yeah. No, I think for me, obviously with the holiday season and, you indulge in some things, specifically like in your nutrition. And, that's fine. Like, I think sometimes you need to enjoy that type of stuff, right?
Yep.
But as we go into the new year, I just looked at it as a time to just, all right, how can I, kind of take a step back and get back to a routine and, just start the year off right. So, yeah, my thought was like, what, let me fast 6 a.m. Or 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Fast. So, yeah, it was something that I've done before. I did it last year, I think, in the month of February.
Yep. Yeah, our whole church.
We did the whole month, which was
that was
it was tough.
Yeah, that was pretty tough.
But I don't know. It allows you to reflect and focus on some things without having to worry about for me, food or but it's bigger than that.
It's way bigger.
It's way bigger than that. I think what I took out of it was, from a nutrition standpoint, like, I don't need to eat that much, to be productive, to be, just to be, because the thing is, we're so programmed to eat 3 meals a day, and it's like when you look back on, back in the day with, like, even during the Bible, like, they weren't eating 3 meals a day. They weren't indulging in all these things, and they were still healthy.
And if they did, I mean, these fools had to walk everywhere.
Yeah, they had to walk
these
everywhere.
Fools walked from Bethlehem to Jerusalem.
Yeah.
I don't know how far that is.
Right.
It sounds far to me.
Mad far. But yeah, that's just kind of my thinking. Like, we don't need to eat the traditional 3 meals a day. At least for me. Like, again, for some people that may be what you have to do, but I know I've seen benefits, and even from like an energy standpoint, which is kind of weird. Like, when I'm fasting, I don't get as tired. Like, I don't really need that morning coffee or pick me up. So yeah, I would encourage people to just try it. And it doesn't have to be food. It could be, watching TV. It could be, an hour less on your phone. But, try to use that time wisely and, again, just reflect and understand, like, you might not need this. Like, another example, like, when I played overseas and I played in the UK, I was still drinking dairy, eating stuff with dairy in it, cheese. But when I got back, like, for some reason, my reaction to it was, as you can imagine, wasn't good.
Your stomach was doing a nay-nay. I remember you
It
saying
was.
that.
Yeah, it was doing all types of TikTok dances. But, yeah, once I got off that and I went off to almond milk, and it's like, well, first of all, almond milk tastes really good.
Hold on, I gotta clarify, because the brand matters. Almond Breeze is amazing.
Yeah.
Silk is disgusting. Silk is disgusting. Because Mom would get Almond Breeze growing up, and I remember when I moved out, I went to buy some almond milk, and the Silk and Almond Breeze boxes kind of look alike. Mm-hmm. I bought Silk, bro. I spit it out. Like, it was terrible. So Almond Breeze.
Yeah, Almond Breeze for sure.
Get Almond Breeze. Sorry.
Yeah, I usually get the original kind, like the unsweetened.
Yep.
But yeah, like, and I'll preface it with this too. I'll go back to this. When I was drinking dairy and eating cheese, a lot of cheese and stuff, I got really bad like tonsillitis, and it actually happened to me in college when I had mono. Like,
right.
Really bad tonsillitis. My tonsils expanded beer than they should have. And like once I cut out milk, never had that since. Less phlegm,
Yep.
which is important during the time like we're in this pandemic.
Yep.
Like stay away from, foods and drinks that produce heavy
mucus.
Inflammation.
Yeah, stay away from that. And yeah, when I cut that out, it was like, wow, like this is great because I'm not getting sick. Weight is at a good level. But yeah, man, again, like you never know. Like when you take something out, you probably don't even need it. Channel your focus into other things. And then one thing I'll also add, that was like a big part of my goal is waking up in the morning and not going straight to my phone.
That's big.
Because think about like,
That's big.
I mean, we all do it, man. You wake up, you hit your alarm clock, and then you're just doing this. All right.
Scrolling, man.
Yeah, who clocked in, who liked this picture,
Right.
what text message, email. Nah, so I'll wake up, I'll look at my daily devotional calendar thing, and then I'll meditate for a little bit. I'll put my feet up on the wall. It's good for you from an energy standpoint. I forget the name of it, but it's from a yoga practice. But I've been doing that every day, and again, it only takes like 10 to 15 minutes, right? And you don't have to go to your phone as soon as you wake up. And that's just not a good way to start the day. So yeah, man, I think I've started off the year in a positive way, and I've seen positive results from it, just from my daily energy levels and productivity. So it was good, man.
Yeah, and I live with you, so I saw the difference.
And getting up earlier too.
Yeah, that's something that.
Like,
so a lot of the stuff you mentioned are things that I need to work on. Like I have a notification OCD. Like if I see a notification, like I feel like I have to address it, and I need to get. Yeah, I need to get better at it, man.
I get messages and phone calls. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything else is a surprise when I go to that.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah,
It's tough when we got this clock in stuff
Yeah,
though.
that's true.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah,
but
we got to figure some. Like I know for me, I need to figure out like, all right, when to just dedicate a time to like.
You can get caught up in it.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden,
You didn't realize.
exactly.
and they come like throughout the day, just come at you.
Which is a
sporadic.
good thing.
Yeah, which is great.
It's a notification
Yeah.
for something small.
Exactly.
But then
And-
are you on there interacting with that? Or
Yeah.
are you...
It leads to the other stuff.
Yeah.
And it leads to the scrolling, and all of a sudden you've been on your phone for 20 minutes
My
on
brain is
Instagram.
programmed sometimes to like swipe home, swipe over, and go to Instagram.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's like my brain just does that sometimes.
Right.
Well,
Because
there's
that
a
blue light stuff, man. It messes your endorphins, and
yep.
it's an addiction.
I encourage everyone to watch the Netflix documentary The Social Dilemma if you already haven't. They literally, it's kind of sick. It is sick.
It's very sick.
If you ever wonder why, like when you're talking about somebody, or you're searching stuff, all of a sudden that stuff pops up on your social media. I mean, they literally get paid on our screen time, and they design things, and they make it a priority for them to make them a priority for us, if that makes sense.
Yeah, different brands.
You know what I mean?
Nah, we're the product, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're the product, and the longer we're on our phones, the longer we're on social media, the more profitable it is for them. So they're trying to get our attention. So the fast, for me, from a food perspective, it really showed me that I have more control over my habits and things than I thought.
Yeah.
I like to eat, man. I love to eat, but that's something that I need to get better at. Portions, what I eat, things of that nature. And we did it last year, but that was like literally a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
So another thing we did, shout out to our boy Try. He works us out, or has been starting to work us out. He's great with a lot of different just mobility, and he does a lot of yoga like stuff, as well as just different types of training. And we've been working out with him like 6:45 to 7 a.m. like 2-3 times a week. I'm not a morning person, but if I'm going to go work out or do something that is a priority to me, I'll wake up for it.
Yeah.
And I need to start waking up earlier in general, and this is just kind of getting me into the habit. So another thing it did, it made me prioritize my sleep.
Yep. And that's probably the most important.
You know what I mean? It made me prioritize my sleep because,
5:45 comes quick.
It comes quick. And if you want to, you can eat, because it's 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I think you said 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. On accident. But it's
my bad.
6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So if you need fuel, especially before working out, if you're going to work out in between 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. that day, you may have to wake up at 5:30 to eat something. But if you don't eat something and you don't sleep well, it's not a good recipe, dog. Our first 2 days, I know we were struggling a little bit.
Is water allowed?
Yeah. See, that is a good point. So the fast, basically, it's a no solid food fast. So we could have water. We could have any liquid, even like a smoothie. Even a smoothie.
Yeah, I've done it,
No alcohol though. No alcohol.
No alcohol. Yeah, we didn't have alcohol, but
I did black coffee. It's not.
Yeah.
Again, it's not super strict. I'm just the food. That's really what is
I could do the smoothie.
dismissed from it.
And I only had one smoothie. Actually, the first 2 days I got smoothies, just because I just wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
But every other day I haven't had a smoothie.
No.
Kind of fought through the day without any real, real food, even if it's blended. But yeah, man, I think that it's really a great way to just reset. I honestly needed that, man. The last quarter of the year, because I spent the first half, really the first, 3/4 of the year, really grinding. Combine that with the holiday season, I really was in unwind mode, and I got sloppy with some stuff. I mean,
You saw that mac and cheese.
yeah, man, that mac and cheese will, have you stuck, man. Have you when food comes.
Yeah, I can't eat too much cheese, man. For humanity's sake.
Thank you. I live with you.
For humanity's sake. But most importantly, just for my health in general.
Right.
But yeah, it's really just about balance, man. And,
Yep.
Again, a refocus to your energy and where it needs to be. So, yeah, encourage you guys to fast. It's tough at first, but I promise you'll realize it's I'm sure everybody's done it before. When you've had a super busy day,
Yeah.
and you haven't eaten, it's dang, it's 3:00 and I haven't eaten yet. So, yeah, it's not as hard as you would think. So.
You made a great point, and this is, related to our movement and our podcast. If you're clocking into something, you're not going to be thinking about it. If you're productive, you're not going to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not productive, it's going to be tough. If we did this fast last week during holiday season, it would have been way tougher.
Tough.
It would have been way tougher because our mind would have been on
All the goodies.
Yeah. We're still in that mental mode, but
Nico's grandma's rolls.
right.
Yeah, nah. It's,
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do, man, I made a reminder to do it monthly. I may do it weekly, depending on how well it goes. But I'm planning on choosing something every month to fast.
yeah.
Whether it's, I can't really do, because of what we're doing with the social media. Can't really do Instagram for a month, obviously, but there's other things, man. It could be it could be desserts. It could be Netflix. It could be whatever. Things that aren't bad in moderation, but if you overindulge, you can get out of balance.
Yep.
So yeah, man. Everyone, I again, like I also said, encourage you to fast something. Because you'll realize you're mentally tougher than you think, and like you said earlier, you might not need that thing for good, or you may not need it as much as you think you need it. Mm-hmm. Honestly, this is probably going to be a Federico moment, so I'm going to let you cue it up. Some of y'all need to fast from people.
Federico. You deserve a round of applause.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's keep it going.
Wow.
There are some people this year y'all need to fast from. Wow. I'm talking to myself too. I'm not just pointing. Whenever I say this stuff, I'm talking to me. I'm not just trying to, poke the bear.
Be spicy.
Yeah, I don't. This is who I am, man. I don't do this for entertainment. Like this stuff, I say this stuff in my everyday life. But there are some people you need to fast from. For good, for a season,
Forever. Like I'm not drinking 2% milk forever.
Right.
Like, nah.
It's not good.
It's bad. It's bad for me.
You know it's not good for you.
It's bad for me.
So, if you have goals, and this is the importance of setting goals and milestones. I don't like the word resolutions, just because it's an easy cop out to not, pursue that.
A resolution's temporary.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. You need to pursue a lifestyle.
It's temporary, but it's I don't know. I don't like trends, man. I'm not a huge trend guy. Like, because do people set resolutions in July?
No. I mean, that's why
it only happens on New Year's.
Exactly. It's important to set habitual and lifestyle goals that can push you to where you need to be.
I'm gonna start setting resolutions in July.
Let's do it,
man. See if people will hop on that trend. Let's see.
Yeah, why not?
It's like a trial resolution.
Yeah, like
mid-year.
It is mid-year. Yeah, July 1st.
Mid-year resolution.
July 1st, man, and you can really see where you are compared to what you thought you would be from the goal you set in January. So, yeah, man, I'm not gonna beat that one to death, but just fast from the things that you feel like you need, but also be smart. Like, don't make this a starvation diet when it comes to whatever you're fasting.
Yeah, you know your body. Listen to it.
Progressively do it. Like I said, I had smoothies the first couple of days, and then I didn't because, I realized, hey, I may not need this. So, yeah, man, interesting week though, to say the least.
Yeah, very interesting.
So, obviously, the world has been following what's been going on in D.C. this week. For those who don't know, we live in Northern Virginia, about 18 miles west of D.C., so 25 to 30-minute drive without traffic. So we weren't necessarily in the action, but I'll tell you this: I was in a hotel to meet a lawyer that we know, we're good friends with, family friends with, and
it makes you sound like you're big time. I can't.
It felt good, right? Yeah. It sounded good, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I had to cite myself one time. My lawyer, he's not my lawyer, but
we out here meeting lawyers, man.
Clock in.
Come on, man. We here.
Clock in.
Hey, look, I will say this though: when you have to have lawyers review stuff, and not like from a personal perspective, but from a business perspective, you're going in the right direction.
Yeah, sure.
You're going in the right direction, but it's not.
Well, hopefully,
that's how you know it's real.
Yeah.
Right. So
hopefully, it's not like. It's not something like that could be detrimental to you.
Yeah, not
right.
offensive.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about. I'm not ducking a charge right now.
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking about intellectual property law.
Right.
Yeah. So we just
there you go.
Make it a long story short. There's some things we're putting together with the Goods basketball company we have, and we have a contract that we're looking at signing. So we wanted to make sure we're not, putting ourselves in a bad position. But anyways, I saw some Patriots, as they call them, on Fox News and other outlets.
We're not talking about Bill Belichick and his team.
Yeah, we're not talking about the New England Patriots. Some Patriots, air quotes.
Definitely wasn't campaign.
There were some Gronkowski type characters out there.
But I saw them coming into the hotel when I was leaving, and they were cool. They weren't like grilling me or anything. One guy held the door for me or whatever. What a guy, great guy. I'm sure he's a great guy. But yeah, they stormed the Capitol, dog. Like, here's what's crazy to me, and this is why I don't get into political labels and all that stuff, man. I'm a logical guy. I'm I'm independent. I don't choose sides. Okay, but here's what I'll say: the same people that stormed the Capitol and killed a police officer are the same people who said Blue Lives Matter. I'm confused, man. I'm confused, and this is why you don't politicize things that have to do with just being a good dude, being a good human, right? Again, it doesn't. So here's what I'll say: the police officer that they killed was white. Most of the senators on either side are white. So there's this whole like black on black crime, message that goes out. So was that white on white crime? Can we call it that?
Sure.
I mean, it's not going to be called that, but look, man, it's interesting, the narrative. I was talking to Travis, the police officer who's my guy, who was a guest, about some stuff, and he's a conservative guy, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you're black, choose what aligns to your values.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong.
There's no right or wrong, but what I was saying, what I questioned him, and it wasn't questioning him, it was just we were having a conversation. What does patriot really mean? Like, let's define that. Like when we break it down, what does a patriot really mean? And he gave a definition. People who love their country typically, have appreciation for military, law enforcement, and want to uphold the Constitution. And I said, well, here's what I see. Most people throw a party on that. They already assume because they're this party that they're a patriot. You described my father. I told him this. My dad appreciates the military. He doesn't have any issues with law enforcement. He will call out things that he sees that are wrong. He talks about the constitutional rights of being an American and why America is the greatest country on the planet. But if he was walking down that strip, they wouldn't think he was a patriot.
Nope.
So we gotta really
unless he had on a hat saying that he served in the military.
Yeah,
that's the only way.
Yeah, I mean, you can serve in the military and not be a patriot. There are a lot of crazy people who do wild stuff in the military and in law enforcement. So my point is let's peel back the layers, man, and let's really evaluate what matters, because essentially what it came down to is the candidate that they wanted, that they're obsessed with, lost.
I'm glad you used the word obsessed, because that group of people that's like a cult.
When you're obsessed, you don't take into account logic.
Yeah,
right. You're not.
That's a cult.
Yeah, it was a cult, and look, I played both sides, right? Trump, and me and Travis were talking about this. Trump and Obama probably have the most cult following of any politician in recent history. Like, people weren't on Bush like this. People weren't on Clinton like this. Either of them. And again, it goes both ways. But when you're so focused on the person, the man or the woman, you're not thinking about what's right. You're thinking about, how do I prove that what they did was right? And that's the problem on both sides of the political aisle. So just think, people. Think for yourself. If you were condemning rioting, which I condemned, and then you try to act like this was cool, then you're the issue. If you looked at, and this is the last thing I'll say, when black people were killed by police, right? In certain situations where it wasn't justified, were you trying to figure out, well, what did that person do? What criminal background may they have had to figure out why they should have got what they gotten? Versus the white woman who, rest in peace, you don't want to see that happen. But when
I have my sympathy.
I mean, I don't.
I'm gonna keep it buck with you.
I don't, because now someone passed. Again, I don't want to see that happen. But all I see on the news with her is she was an Air Force veteran. Owned a business with her husband, her husband didn't want her to go. And the narrative is completely different.
The good highlights.
Yeah, like y'all look for the good, even when it's these mass shooters. The kid Kyle Rittenhouse, right? It's like whether what they did was right or wrong is not even the point. It's how is it spent? How's it spun?
Yeah, because we're normalized now to how they flip it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like she committed a crime. She multiple crimes.
Got warnings, multiple warnings.
Yes, and the thing is, and Travis admitted this. And again, he's a police officer. More people should have been shot at. It could have been way worse. Yeah. But anyways,
I think everybody was waiting to see it. I think the roles were like flipped. Like the protest that happened last summer. All black people were in the street. Mm-hmm. Everybody else was at home watching us. And then this time, we were at home. We were watching them.
Which is rare.
And wow.
And you took care of the serious part. But what you just said about how we were, on the other side of it, it's cold outside, man. We don't be outside in the cold, man. Black people, that's just not. We're not built for this. I'm gonna keep it a bug with you. I don't know that many protests that have been in the heat of the winter.
Nah, dog, it's been.
I don't know. Not the heat of the winter, but
the dead of winter.
Yeah, like in the middle of winter.
Exactly, in the middle of the winter. But yeah, and then the other Maria sent me an hilarious meme, dog. She said. If any of you guys have watched Martin, and you know who Otis is, right? He was like, the meme said, "Yo, if Otis was there, none of this would happen." Yo, I encourage y'all to go watch Martin. You'll see who Otis is.
Just YouTube Otis Martin show.
Yeah, just YouTube Otis, man. But ultimate OG. But yeah, I mean, sorry to take light of the situation, but. Yeah, it's sad, man. We all know if it was flipped, it would have been a different ball game. It's unfortunate that the leader of the free world has this ego to where, from his words and how he addressed the people rioting, it was basically like, guys, stop what you're doing, but I appreciate it. You guys make me look good. You're stroking my ego, and be safe. Like, come on, man. This was the ultimate just ego strike for him. Like he loves this.
Oh yeah,
he loves this.
Yeah. You
can't tell me that.
Yeah,
he was a test of leadership, and he went the other way.
I mean, he's not. If you look at the definition of a leader, he's not a leader, man. He cares about himself.
But if he had done the right thing, he could have saved face.
There's no saving face, bro. He has so many chances.
Yeah. He doesn't
care.
Yeah, he doesn't care. I mean, he
don't care about the people. He don't care about
off the internet.
Yeah, dog. I mean, politicians.
The internet at all.
Politicians by nature, they care about themselves.
Which is kind of wild that he got kicked off the internet.
Kicked off the internet, like YouTube. How you get kicked off of YouTube?
Yeah, that's.
Like just sign in as a guest.
He was a good portion of the internet's jokes,
and
stuff, and now it's like, dag.
Which is it kind of sucks on the other side of it too, because it is like your First Amendment.
That's what I was saying. Like,
but he's wild.
Be careful with that. Like, really, be careful with that because that's telling to me.
Yeah. I mean, I think that
that's the leader of the free world, dog, and they took away his First Amendment.
Yeah, that isn't a good thing.
That's not a good thing.
It sounds like people are cheering, but that's not good.
It's funny.
It's funny, but it's not good.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's.
Well, look at why he did it. Look at why they banned him.
Because
it's like a trickle down effect, and they took him off the net because they don't want other constituents or other people that are their product messing up what they got going on.
Well, the thing is, the damage has already been done. That's the thing. I mean, there isn't really much else that he could say that was going to make things, worse.
I agree with what you're saying, because making his influence for negative.
Yeah.
But who decides whether it's positive or negative? That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
There could be someone else with a positive message that is influencing mass people, and they're like, we don't agree with that.
Exactly.
So we're cutting them off. Like that.
Right.
That's all I'm trying to say. Like it's double-edged sword, whatever they say.
Nah, you're right, man. It is a fine line, but I mean, hopefully, all this is done and the inauguration is peaceful.
Just I would encourage people to just be safe, man. Like, because these people are out here. I mean, you saw that a girl was approached by a Trump supporter, like at the gas station.
Yeah,
right?
he basically threatened her. She's a Hispanic girl. This is out in Arlington, which is like the most hipster place
in Northern.
You know what I'm saying?
South Arlington is not though.
South Arlington is still the trenches, low key.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But we're talking about like
Clarendon,
dog. Like, yeah. Anyways,
just be careful, man.
Yeah,
you know,
just be smart.
Be careful.
Be smart.
Hey guys, thanks for clocking in with us and making it this far into the episode. We want to continue these episodes for as long as possible, but we might need your help. If you click on the description on each episode, you'll find a link that reads support this podcast. If you enjoy keeping up with us, click on that link and you can make a monthly donation. All right, you guys hear enough of me talking anyways, so let's get back into the episode.
On a lighter note and on a more positive note, man, the Washington football team did exactly what you predicted, man.
Yeah, man. Super proud of them. Like, again, I've been in it firsthand. Just seeing all the organization and what they've been through, and it's definitely a breath of fresh air to see the success that they had on the field, as well as off the field. But super proud of them, man. They, again, Ron Rivera, he's got something. He's building something that's gonna be special, and hopefully the community and fans will continue to rally behind him, because it's a new era, man. It's a new Rivera, and yeah, if you're a Washington football fan, yeah, be excited because it's gonna be a special time.
So I do have a question for you, because I feel like the corporate side of sports isn't really as, I guess, publicized. People don't really know what's going on inside, and how that affects the performance negatively or positively, right? So for those who don't know, you may be listening to us for the first time. Austin works for the Washington football team. And he gets exposure to a lot. So, obviously things that you can't say, don't say. But what have you seen shift internally, and how do you think that, or do you think that affected the performance? And if so, why?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it really started with the hire of Jason Wright, the first black president in NFL history. And I would just encourage people to look at his interviews, do some research on him. He was named Best Hire of the Year by the Sports Business Journal, SBJ. But, he's set to change the culture, because it wasn't a sustaining culture. It was toxic in some ways. And for me, I've only been with the organization a little more than a year. Mm-hmm. So the stuff that you guys see that was publicized, I wasn't a part of that, and I didn't see that. But when you look at the history of it and the history of the team, and since '99, again, there's a reason why the success just hasn't been there on the football side, because I'm a big believer, man. Like, you got to take care of your house first.
Yep.
And the business side effectively kind of is the house. And it wasn't a good culture. And that's my reason as to why they have never been good. A sustainable winning organization. But Yeah, I think, once Jason came in, and, things just started to, it was a domino effect with all these new hires, the diversity of, leadership, Julie Donaldson, our chief people officer, and I'm not going to get into all of it, but he set to change the culture and change the mindset of the people. But I think most importantly, change the owner's perspective and, what he's trying to do. And he bought in on Jason. And again, all this stuff matters. It shows why they're winning at a high level. They only won 7 games, but division champs. Nobody's going to, in 2020 or 2021, you're not going to know what their record is 20 years from now. You're going to see that they won the division. And again, I called it. Like, when I saw the direction the organization was turning to, I was like, yeah, we're going to win the division. And, it helps that the division was whack this year.
Yeah, it showed that there was a lack
Sorry.
Yeah, Eric's the Eagles fan.
You're an Eagles fan.
He's an Eagles fan. But it just showed that the best leadership in that division was going to win at the corporate and on the field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's only going to set the corporate side up for success. Because I work in sponsorship, specifically like on the sales side and helping generate new business and retain clients. But it's going to be a big year for us, and I think it's going to be like record breaking when it comes to revenue for us. Because we just have so much good going on. We've mentioned it before, but for those of you who don't know, I'm a part of a Black engagement network that was started, under Jason's leadership, back in July, I believe. We have a women's ERG group. It's called the Women's Initiative Network. So there's so much going on, man. We've got a lot of things we're doing in the community. We started a Shop Black initiative for Black-owned businesses. We'll have some things going on for Black History Month. So
you have one of the first or the first Black female NFL coach.
Yep, and Jennifer King
on your personnel or coaching staff.
Yeah, and she's actually a good friend of ours, of our family. So we definitely want to get her on, and we plan on at least reaching out to her. So be on the lookout for her. But yeah, man, it's cool to see because the organization has a lot of history, and the people that are a part of that history, and it's just funny how this works. We have relationships with them. You look at Art Monk, Daryl Green, Charles Mann,
Riley
McKenzie, Clarence Vaughn.
Yep.
Those were all people that I think were affiliated with us, with our church, because they all went to our church back in the day. And it's cool to, now that I'm back in kind of that world and they're getting on the right path. I'm not saying
it's because of you.
It's because of me, but it is cool to realize that there's a connection here, and hopefully we can carry that torch and bring back Super Bowls like they did in the past. So yeah, it's an exciting time, man, to be a Washington football team fan and to work on the business side. So very excited to see what's going to come forth.
Well, look, man, I know that you're not the reason, obviously, but you definitely play a part. I mean, everyone plays a part.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you look at the 90s teams that did well, they had a bunch of good dudes on that team.
I was going to say that.
They just had a bunch of good dudes. And the leadership I was going to talk about, as far as on the field, it wasn't right when Dwayne Haskins was leading, the team as a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say he's a bad dude, but he wasn't mature enough. He wasn't the right dude. His priorities weren't on things that really, I think, matter off the field and on the field. So, it's very important, man, as some of you guys are building something new. whether it's a nonprofit, a business, whatever, musical team, for your record label. Number one thing you should focus on is, are they good? Are they good people? You can be talented, man. There's a million talented people.
Yeah.
Are they good people? And if they are, you can always train people up. Right?
Yeah.
If they're the right people, they'll figure it out. Like, we chose Nico and Eric because we have a good relationship with them. We know they're good dudes. Like, there are people with more videography experience than
I had
Nico.
no idea what I was doing. Will not lie to you.
We didn't either. We still don't know. I still don't know what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. I just come here and talk, man. That's it. And Eric had experience with music.
Eric's probably the only one that's certified.
Yeah, Eric's certified. Eric's
the only one that's certified.
But I mean, it's still a little bit different when it's a podcast. You know what I mean?
It takes character recognizing, I can serve and help with my time and my talents.
Right. There it is. Because Eric could be doing a lot of different things with his audio and musical talent.
And we do.
And he does. He does. He's clocked in.
I'm still getting this money.
Don't get it twisted, man.
I'm still getting this money.
He's still Gruss, man. But he could have been like, nah, man. I don't have the time. But anyways, choose the right people, man. Culture first, in the house, and that's again applicable to life.
The rest will take care of itself.
The rest will take care of itself, man.
Go team. Go team, man.
Go football
Proud
team.
of y'all.
Yeah, I got the playoffs, man. Started off yesterday. I'm wearing my Jacksonville Jaguars hat.
Come on, man. You see it?
What they gonna do though?
We gonna see, man. We got to wrap up this
We
pod
gonna
so
play.
you can go. So you can
Yeah,
go
for
look.
real. I can't even fake y'all. Like,
We got like
I
20
got about
minutes.
20 more minutes, man.
Yeah, you got.
Game time starts at 1.
Yeah, we about to wrap. So today's gonna be a rapid fire podcast with a bunch of different
I
topics.
can't
but
even hold you.
Lightning round.
lightning round, man. Like
Can't
PTI, But me and my team,
Yeah.
we're in the opposite of the playoffs.
Yeah.
We have the number one pick. I'm rocking my hat, man.
Y'all in the offs because y'all ain't playing.
We in the offs.
You got draft fit.
Yeah, I got my draft cap on.
Hey, y'all in the off. Yeah, because y'all, that play word, nah.
We ain't played.
Nah.
We definitely didn't play.
I ain't
Y'all
played,
played
man.
off.
Yeah.
Played off.
Yeah, oh my god! It's an exciting time, man. It's like every possession matters. Like it's crazy,
Man.
and even without the fans, you can still feel like
That's
the intensity.
That's just the beauty of sport, man, and especially playing at that level. Like, there's just man, it's hard to describe, but yeah, it's beautiful to watch because, I mean, these dudes are playing at such a level that, it's inexplainable. Like, I mean, I'm watching the Bills game. I'm watching like their defense and how they're running the ball. Josh Allen, he's a freaking competitor. And then even on the other, like Phillip Rivers and how they were responding to everything. Like, yeah, it's special, man. And all those games were good. They were all close games.
Yep.
I mean, going back to Washington, like, shout out to Taylor Heineke, man, because
Shout out ODU,
yeah,
man.
shout out to ODU,
Shout out ODU.
shout out to ODU, because you talk about like
He was balling.
being ready and answering the call, because he did, and I know Tampa Bay was shook, because yeah, he looked official, man.
Y'all were one possession away, or one drive, I should say, one drive away from
Yeah,
One
winning
stop.
that game.
That fourth down,
One stop.
pass interference.
Yeah,
They did not call for us. Could have changed it.
yeah, nah,
They
for
can't
sure.
Put it up to the refs, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I'm excited, man. I think Tennessee, they've built an identity that's just built on Tennessee toughness, right? Like with Derrick Henry,
Yeah, man.
he is a problem.
You know who Derrick Henry plays like? He plays like he's on NFL Blitz. Y'all remember NFL
Shout out to
Blitz?
Blitz, man.
Tap
Dog.
people and go straight
Dog.
up.
People are flying to the side.
You hit him and he spin around. But
Yeah.
Dog, the
I'm
only
telling
thing
you,
about
man.
Blitz though, this is a side note. Sorry to get off on a tangent. You couldn't break away on Blitz if it saved your life. Like
Nah,
you were
you
gonna
had
get
to-
hawked.
Yeah.
You like if you had like a clear like 50 yards.
You had to jump.
Yeah.
You had to jump.
they were hawking you.
Yeah, you had to jump and like.
stiff arm.
Yeah, like nah.
Yeah, you
Blitz
could.
was lit though.
Blitz
That
was
was a great
Blitz was
game.
elite.
Any
Fun game.
any art like at the arcades, you go to the bowling alley. They might have had it at the laser tag. I can't remember, but
Joysticks is
Laser
sturdy,
zone.
yeah,
Yeah,
Ultra
like
Zone.
Blitz.
Ultra Zone.
You had
Yeah,
you
I
right here.
yeah. Nah, that drum was so fun. It wasn't. Yeah, and playing it on Nintendo 64 was dope too.
That's how he's built. Like he's an NFL Blitz. He runs like
Yeah.
he's
So
an NFL Blitz.
yeah, I mean it's a tough task with them playing Baltimore, but I mean we've taken care of them the last 2 times, and it's at the crib with fans. So, I mean I like our chances, but also, again, people sleep on Ryan Tannehill, man. He's another dude. When the opportunity came,
Clutch.
he jumped on it, and he's produced at a high level.
He's Mr. Reliable, dog.
He just doesn't get enough credit.
Mr. Reliable.
But again, another testament to just like this from the outside looking in. He seems just like a good person, a good leader. You know, he's a family man. I believe he's a believer in Christ. But it's just that team, just the perfect makeup of just good people and great leadership. The owner, Amy, forget her last name, but they like the team loves her, and I get to see them interact on social media and stuff. But it's just a really good organization.
It
and
is.
good people, and that's what it's about, man. Like you're not gonna win at this level if you don't have the right people with the right character in place.
And the owner plays a part, man. Like
Huge
there's
part.
very few people who you have to be one of the best ever to not have a good ownership or a good relationship with ownership. I'll say that, a good relationship with ownership, and win. You know, Michael Jordan's probably the anomaly. I don't remember how great Brady and Robert Kraft's relationship was. I know it kind
Oh,
of
he loved Brady.
Yeah,
He loved Brady.
So yeah, he did actually. It was him and
Belichick.
Belichick would argue.
Belichick was like, "Look, man, this dude's like 50. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to make another run with somebody else."
Right. But Colin Cowherd said it, man. You know, he has a lot of great takes, but he was like, if your quarterback is, flashy, a lot of times they're single guys,
Yep.
bachelor type dudes who, like to be out in the spotlight, that typically doesn't lead to a recipe for success. Aaron Rodgers is an example, someone. Lamar Jackson, I don't think he's married or anything like that, but he was like, your quarterbacks typically they're kind of corny.
Yeah.
Not corny, but like
They should be.
Just-
I don't want to
just-
say should be, but like
Straight lace.
Yeah.
Just, I'm here to work.
you're a leader, man.
Yeah.
You're a leader. Like
not
you're
here for all that extra stuff.
you're orchestrating. What? How many people on the 11 people or 10 people?
10 other people.
10
yeah.
other people. Like you're responsible for that. So you got to have the right mindset, man. You got to have the right character. You got to have the right leadership qualities. You got to approach the game the right way.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't want to harp on Haskins and be tough on him, but yeah, I don't think he was ready for that responsibility.
Nah.
And I mean, he's 23. Like he's young.
Yeah.
So I hope he gets another shot, man, because he does have talent. He definitely has talent. So, it just wasn't his season, man. So hopefully he'll get another shot and redeem himself.
Right. Yeah. It starts with your personal life, though. And if he gets that right, he might get other things right on the field. Yeah, man, we're rapid firing, man. We got some relationship topics. Yeah. I'm here, man.
Yeah, let's get spicy, man.
I'm here, man.
Let's go.
So, the worst show in television history is back. The Bachelor. First of all, he's black this
The
year.
Blackshire. the black.
Yeah, he's black this year, which is like, come on, man. We know why y'all did this. It's cool. Like black is cool to everyone. Black's always been cool, but like
It's
now
mainstream.
people feel like they're obligated to like show that
He's the first one.
they're for the culture.
He's the first one.
First brother, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a Kip Smithers type of dude.
Yeah, he definitely wears like cardigans.
Wait, where's Kip Smithers from? That
Fresh
Fresh Prince.
Prince.
Remember when he was meeting the real sophisticated light skinned boy's parents, and he turned
Yo,
into
you
Kip
gotta
Smithers?
be a fan to know that name, dog.
Yeah,
You gotta know.
man.
You gotta be a fan
Hey,
to know
Nick,
that.
you gotta put the graphic up of him with his legs crossed,
Kip Smithers.
with the with the glasses.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Yeah, he's a Kip Smithers. I'm not knocking it. If that's who he is, that's who he is. But here's The Bachelor, and I saw someone post this. So it was actually a girl who posted it. And it said, "We're about to watch one guy date 20 women at the same time,
Oh my god.
and I love it." And it's like
He said I love it.
it was like a meme. She like reposted the meme. Let me pull it up. Actually, that's not exactly what it said. I want to be accurate.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
That's a challenge, bro.
I despise that show.
That is.
So
I despise that show. Like,
let's see.
Don't.
It says, "Oh look,
I
it's a
don't wanna-
show
Then
about a
again,
guy."
He's not really the first black bachelor who did this like this.
Flavor of Love.
Flavor of Love.
Yeah,
Flavor of
nah,
Love.
he was, but I mean,
The first clock.
Yeah.
yeah, nah, I mean, he yeah, that drum was wild.
Flavor of Love, dog. Yeah.
further ado,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
Shout out.
this
Yeah.
first
Shout out to
clap.
Freaks man. Flavor Flav. Man. That show was terrible.
He started.
He started this whole thing.
That
Well,
means that he's gonna be
not really.
feeling it.
Not really.
So I
Like,
was just
Real World was
ecstatic about
technically
that.
the
We were
first
very
reality show
excited.
like that.
John
Yeah.
Texas clap for me tonight.
He like made it like
Yeah.
he revolutionized the game.
Celebrity.
Like
Yeah,
there were
He
ballers
did.
before Jordan, but then nobody played like Jordan
Right.
after Jordan.
but the pic said, "Oh look, it's a show about a guy dating multiple women at once, watched by women who hate guys who date multiple women at once." So let me get this straight. All right. I date 20 women. I go on 20 Tinder dates, which I may or may not have done during the pandemic. All right. I'm just going to leave it there. May or may not. But I go on 20 Tinder dates in like a 3-month time frame. And every girl knows that I'm dating 19 other women. They're going to assume things are happening, right? We're adults. They're going to assume that. If that was real life, y'all would be cool with that? And it's a black man now. And he's a black man.
Again, I say this all the time, man.
Black women would kill
if
him, but every woman would.
If you watch The Bachelor, I don't want to hear any complaints on your POV when it comes to men and why they're dating other people, and I just don't want to hear it.
I don't
want to hear it.
Y'all have
because-
fantasy draft nights with this.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it, man. Like, yeah, I'm just despise the show.
Just think about this.
I despise
Let's
that
think about this. You're watching one person, and The Bachelorette is the same. You know, it's a girl dating multiple guys, but that's cool. You know, because y'all can go on 20 dates and to find y'all man who probably isn't the right guy for you, but you're gonna stay with them because you're comfortable. That's a whole nother story. But y'all can go on 20 dates, get free drinks most likely, free food most likely, and a lot of y'all like joke about it.
Free admission.
A lot of y'all joke about
Can
it.
leave,
Like,
go somewhere else. Yeah, I don't like this place. I'm
yeah,
out.
but let men do that, and men are this, men are that. Y'all love this show.
I'm in The Bachelor. Since you like The Bachelor,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be The Bachelor.
Yeah, I mean technically they are bachelors. They're single.
Yeah.
They can do
Yeah.
like this whole. I mean, I understand like you got to set boundaries, standards. Yo, people are single. They're single. Just because a man decides he's gonna leverage that and you don't because you're pressed on that man and you think he's the one, that's your fault. That's your fault. It doesn't mean just because you're evaluating multiple options. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean that you're sleeping with them or you're nah.
Eric has a call.
My thing is this: after all that happens, they say we wasted their time. You wasted your own time,
right? Listen to me.
Y'all are pressed, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Stop being pressed on being in love, and you know what I'm saying. Like live your life. Live your life.
Y'all are pressed.
If you know what I'm saying. Like stop doing relationship stuff for guys who aren't in a relationship with you, and then when it doesn't work out, you know, y'all listen to way too much Jhené Aiko and Summer Walker and
Spiteful
all these other
singers,
joints. It's just
like.
All y'all playlists is the same. I know. Y'all listen to the same playlist. It's all about men doing this, but then now you're gonna get back at them because
and then y'all turn gay.
I seen someone post a DM screenshot.
Let's talk. Come on, man.
That's
come on,
spicy
man.
Austin.
Nah, but it's for real.
I seen a girl post
It's for real.
I seen a girl post a screenshot of her DMs. The dude was wilding. Like, I'm not condoning what he said at all, but she does the poll and is like, should I keep giving this men a chance or should I go gay? And I DM'd her.
Go gay. Girls that look like dudes.
Right. She literally said, I may just go with a stud. So I DM'd her. I don't know the girl like that. I mean, keep it a buck. She tried to go smacking me, and I'm like, no. But anyways, we stayed social media friends, whatever. And I commented, I'm like, so, basically what you're saying is because your feelings are hurt or whatever, you're about to switch, not because you actually like women, but because you just hate men that much, which a lot of women love to hate men. That's a whole nother story.
Yep.
But there are so many, and look, we're not anti whatever, LGBTQ, whatever. We're not like bashing that lifestyle, but don't be that because your feelings are hurt.
Exactly.
Like a lot of y'all aren't gay, man. A lot of y'all, the amount of people that were gay in high school and college that have kids and are married to men, dog, I can count. Nico, you remember in 07 at Herndon? Like every black girl was gay.
It'd be like that.
It was crazy.
Spite.
It's trendy, man.
Yeah, it's like
trendy.
It's all out of spite.
Y'all don't. Now, if you are, you are. But anyways, let's get off.
Yeah, the game. Yeah, come on, man.
We got
I'm not trying to be frustrated going through this.
I hear you.
I don't need that energy, dog.
Nah, I feel it.
We're gonna come back to this because I know the female listeners they're gonna want the spite.
Yeah, nah, we will. There's some stuff we're gonna talk about real quick.
Y'all should have gave him some advice too.
On what?
On how to not do what y'all was saying.
Don't watch The Bachelor. That's my advice.
Yeah, just
for now. That's my advice. Don't watch The Bachelor.
Just
because
focus on being.
y'all can't take emotionally, like y'all just can't take that. So don't watch The Bachelor.
Right. Another thing that I thought would be interesting to talk about. What's y'all's opinion on like keeping a gift that your ex gave you? Like if it's clothes.
What kind of gift?
Like if it's like clothes. Let's just say like clothes or like.
Because this speaks to the Kip Smithers episode.
Yeah.
He got a bunch of gifts.
Yep.
Very nice gifts, but he didn't want to be seen in public with her. He didn't want to go nowhere with her.
But that's a whole different story.
No.
Because he was using her for what he was like.
Once he caught on.
But I'm saying he's saying like a girl you really cared about.
Yeah.
You guys were together and you cared about her feelings, not just what she can do or get.
I'm gonna give you a real life example. I have I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like some of my best like outfits and clothes like were gifts from my exes.
Yeah.
And it's like let's say I start dating someone else. I mean, I'm not gonna tell her like, oh, like this is from her, this is from her. Like, should I be like, should I get rid of it?
If it's fire, I'm keeping it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've taken photos posing with other women from gifts wearing the gift of that woman. I have a picture of me wearing a polo with Gloria Velez. I was given that polo.
I was given.
It was bestowed upon.
Russell. I like that, man.
For that particular moment,
like he was knighted or something.
Really?
Oh.
But for me, a woman shopping for me is a great compliment. And yeah, I'm not gonna turn that down. But why should I?
I think it depends
What?
on what it is.
Yeah. What
What
gift?
is it?
What gift should you not bring into the next relationship?
Yeah, I mean,
I guess that's the question.
Like a photo frame.
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like something that's
all
really
that stuff.
sentimental.
Exactly.
Don't do that.
I
But if she gives you some jerseys or like some J's, like
anything.
yeah,
Clothing,
nah, I'm keeping
is
that.
fine.
I'm
Yeah,
keeping
clothing.
Electronics.
I will say this though, like, and this isn't me by experience, but if I know your ex, I'm just making up, went to Duke or something, and you're wearing a Duke sweater, I don't want to see that.
All right,
Yeah,
so,
I'm keeping it a buck.
So your
Personalized.
girl can keep her ex's gifts.
Huh?
So can your girl keep her ex's gifts?
Can she keep them? It depends on the gift though.
He went to UNC. She got him UNC.
But I went to Elon, so I don't want to see you wearing UNC gear.
Yeah,
that's
what is
that's
a
my
guy
point.
buying for a girl
Nah.
that's gonna make another guy jealous.
Yeah, girls usually just steal
Usually
that
it's,
stuff.
yo, I got your girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys aren't.
I'm just saying, like, if I know, and this probably happens in the league all the time, dog. But like, if Shorty dated youngin from the Cleveland Cavaliers, and now you're with me, I play for the Denver Nuggets. I don't want to see no Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Like, this is a question
I'm
for
not
like,
going for her.
who's
I
gonna
want-
date
Well, okay.
Kim Kardashian?
Well,
next?
that's you. Like,
What'd you say?
But you know how the league, like, they be recycling these joints.
My thought is like, this is a question for like, who dates Kim Kardashian next?
Oh,
tries to
yo,
give
I didn't
Kim
even.
Kardashian a
I
gift.
forgot that even happened. One, I don't really care.
Yeah, I'm not really
Yeah.
into the pop
But-
culture.
Kim Kardashian doesn't
That's
care
her-
about gifts. Like,
No, he said date. He
yeah,
didn't.
but he said like it gives her a gift. Like it's
But
not.
I'm saying like anything
It's not-
Kanye would have gave Kim.
Kanye's not the most rich person in the world though.
But I'm saying like, just
For
Those
y'all,
are gonna
for
be
y'all who don't
extravagant
know,
gifts.
for y'all who don't know, Kim and Kanye are in the process of getting divorced, right?
I don't know.
Who knows if
Announcing
that's
divorce,
true?
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it's
I mean-
speculated.
She need to get back with Ray J. I'm just keep it 100 with you. Ray J. She
Yeah.
wouldn't be here if it wasn't. for
Yeah,
Ray
don't
J.
get me started on that.
There would be
fam.
no keeping up with them.
But
You know that's
He was
jumps
single,
canceled.
so.
They're doing their last season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
I thought that was already done.
Oh, maybe.
I
I
thought
don't know.
last year
Maybe I
was the
late.
last year.
Maybe I'm late. Damn, I'm late.
Yeah,
What we're
I
gonna
don't know.
do, fellas, I'm gonna skip over just some topics that people suggested that we discuss. And
Well, we can save them
we can bring
for
them
next
for next
week.
week.
Yeah,
We
we
can
can
bring
save
them
them for
for
next
next
week. A lot of the stuff we can save for next week.
Yeah,
But-
what I'll do, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna punt this.
Yeah,
stuff
I
to
mean-
next week.
The highlight is don't watch The Bachelor, man. Don't watch The Bachelor.
Don't watch shows that
Um,
trivialize love.
Again, it goes back to last episode. Like that Sylvie. Oh, hold on.
What's going on?
You hear something?
I didn't hear nothing. That's a sign it's time to go.
Yeah. Shout out to Anderson Paak. That's one of my
Yeah,
joints.
that's a sign.
Um,
But here's what I'll do. I'll give y'all a sneak peek into what we're gonna talk about next week. That way, y'all have an incentive to come back and listen. So,
more spice to come.
more spice to come. So, shout out
Clock,
to
we need our own spice.
Yeah, maybe like the spice segment.
Clock in spice.
now we need like actual spice.
Yeah.
like for food, we need our own spice.
Hey, we got. Speaking of like clock in, specialized stuff, we got some stuff coming that's gonna be lit.
We do.
I'm gonna tease it. I'm just teasing it for y'all, but
I don't
yeah.
even know what he's talking about, but I'm just gonna say we
nah,
do.
it's coming.
You
And
mean like
I'm gonna need
spice?
y'all to yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah,
But-
we got some stuff in the works. But shout out to Stephanie. Her IG name is Steph O Vibes. She actually found out about us through the Miles episode. She DM'd me and just said, "Hey, I found the episode. I liked what y'all did," and asked if we could talk about dating status. So, what is talking versus dating exclusively versus dating versus being in a relationship? Like, what do these labels actually mean? I think there's a lot of confusion with that these days. Dating and being married to someone who's ambitious.
I was gonna say the confusion is y'all not communicating.
Yeah,
Yeah,
There's
like-
no- yeah, like
Yeah.
that's the only confusion is
Yeah.
you haven't said, "Yo, what are we?"
And you can't change someone. So if they tell you, don't think that you're gonna be able to change them into the
Right.
person
Yeah.
that you want.
Exactly.
And be honest, and yeah, man, we'll be honest with
You
y'all.
can't time
Yeah, we'll
that
save
shit.
that, but like,
Yeah, that's my thing too.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
put timelines on that.
nah, and it
Let's say
shouldn't,
that-
and it shouldn't.
Yeah,
When the
it's
time
about
is
to be
right,
real.
it'll happen. But
Right.
yeah, let's park that.
So dating status, dating or being married to someone who's ambitious or goal driven, right?
That's a
So
good
maybe
one.
they're more ambitious than maybe not. I don't want to say more ambitious, but they have more things going on than you do, and you have to balance that. How about when both of you guys are ambitious?
Mm-hmm.
How do you balance that? Shout out to our social media manager Julie. She asked if we could talk about doing business with family and friends. Is that a good idea? That's something that I think a lot of people struggle with. And then she also wanted us to talk about, can everyone have the hustle mentality? I feel like in the days of Instagram, success quotes.
Can everyone have the hustle? In like what way? In a
Just
relationship
like-
or just in,
Just in general. Like, can everyone have that hustle, like go get it mentality?
yeah.
I feel like it's been over glamorized on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, posts like these entrepreneurial quotes or these success quotes or these thought process quotes.
Hustlers aren't born; they're made.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it can be developed. Some people have it more naturally than others, but
Right.
we'll talk more about that.
Yeah. It goes part. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll talk more about that. So I will.
Yeah.
I
Definitely
will,
say
I will
that.
park that. We will.
That's gonna have to be called. That might be just be the Clock and Spice episode.
Nah, but a couple more things, man. You wanted to talk real quickly about Steph Curry's comeback this week,
Yeah.
and how it's gonna translate to our lifetime basketball men's league.
Nah, I mean, I was just thinking about like it's crazy to me how quickly people forget how good he is.
Right.
Like, I mean, again, sometimes you just got to remind these fools, man, like who you are. And he reminded y'all with that 62 piece. Like he's 3-time champion, 2-time MVP. One of them was a unanimous decision.
Right.
Like, yeah, he's real. He's a real deal.
He's the goods.
He definitely is a good.
He's the goods.
But yeah, nah, it's just sometimes you got to remind these people, man, what you're capable of and what you do. And yeah, Steph did that and showed the world like I'm that dude.
Yeah, never let the
I've
haters,
always been
man.
that dude.
Never let the haters, what the outside noise is, sway your internal confidence, man. And I think he's been a great example of that. And he always has been.
I think I've said this before. I think he's the most confident player in the NBA.
I believe it too. The way he shoots, the type of shots he shoots, no matter how things are going, I don't think I've seen anything like it. So
No.
yeah, shout out to Steph, man. Two quick things. First week of the year, how are we doing on our goals, man? Just reflect on it. That's all I'm gonna say. Just reflect. How are we doing? I got a little spicy on social media yesterday. I went for a run, man. I just felt like talking trash to people. Honestly. It was cold. I was struggling.
saying?
I was like, man, y'all not clocking in. Y'all not clocked in like me, man. Y'all not clocked in like us, man. Y'all don't want it, man. I hope I pissed some of y'all off, man. Y'all on the couch watching football, man. Go clock in, man. I don't know what it was, but yeah.
Yeah, you all right, man?
No, I'm not right. I'm on Westbrook mode all year.
Hey.
Man. I'm on Russell Westbrook mode. But lastly, man, shout out. We're gonna do this as much as we can. Granted, there's new people joining the movement, but we want to recognize 2 new Clock In members on social media. So these are people who didn't tag us before, who tagged us. So Monica Furiana, it's at Monica Furiana, and at Kirby Benak.
Yep.
So shout out to y'all out, and they're actually overseas, man.
Well,
I think they both are.
Are they?
Both were Pedro for.
No, but I think the second one, Kara Babinak, I think she's like in the U.S. Navy or something.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. But she's affiliated with Pedro and Lynn and that,
Hey, look,
UK connection.
to the U.S. folks, man, the UK been killing y'all. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like they've been They've been on something different over there.
And they're on lockdown.
And they're on lockdown. So, let's make America great again. Nah, I'm joking.
Please don't.
I'm joking. On that note, man, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Look, man, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, for sure.
Episode 27, man.
Tighten up, baby.
Shout out to E, a.k.a. Russell. Shout out to Nico, a.k.a.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Foley.
Yep.
And Nipsey, man, my guy. Hey, Nipsey
Neighborhood
said
Nip.
it's a marathon, baby. Let's clock in, man.
Yeah.
All right, love y'all, man. Let's get it.
That was good, man.
It's
time to get this dub,
Clock in. Clock in.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yes, sir.
As always, all over the world. Till next time.
This beat go crazy.
Yeah.
But there are others who we're not really putting time in. We're not putting the work
you?
in. We're not clocking in.
That was
we
you.
can do what God is calling us to do.
We put in work and here's the proof. What you want?
I'm making moves, punching in.
I'm on it too.
I'm in the gym.
I'm in the stew.
It's hunting season.
Where's the food?
We push each other daily, level up.
Cause that's what brothers do.
Clock in.